everybody, and welcome back to another video. And if you're here for the very first time, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I'm Jane and my husband Mike is behind the camera. We're British, early retirees, we have no debt, we've paid off the mortgage, and we live a thrifty, frugal and money-saving life here in Brittany in northwest France. And every Wednesday we invite you into our house for a mid-week money chat. Now, this week we're going to talk about an emergency fund. Do you have one? Do you need one? What would you need one for? And more importantly, the steps you can take to have one, to grow one, and to keep building on it. So what's an emergency fund? An emergency fund is the amount of money that you decide as an individual, as a couple, as a family, is the right amount of money for you as individuals to save and put away and not to touch for anything except emergencies. And you decide on that amount of money. It could be a month's living expenses. It could be 1,000 euros, dollars or pounds. It could be 3 months, 6 months or a year's living costs. You decide. But whatever that amount of money is, I'm going to share with you today that it's something once you've got it, you need to build upon it. Because we're going to talk about today all those things that could be an emergency that normally most people, because we know they don't have savings, would resort to credit in one way or another to finance that. And I think there are ways that you can offset that credit, or you can make that credit situation not so bad, or you can just mitigate it in one way or another, or have enough money to get you out of a sticky situation. So let's talk about those maybes, and they do happen, those very sticky situations. Talk now about those things that we need to put right in our lives occasionally, and the big one for all of us is transport. It can happen to any of us, can't it? We can be minding our own business, we can be a safe and careful driver, and something can happen where we end up in a car accident and our car is damaged beyond economic repair and it is written off. Most insurances will give you the value of the car that's there. So if your car is worth £5,000, euros or dollars, that's what they'll give you. And could you go out and buy a car as good as the one you were driving for that amount of money? That's the first thing. Do you have insurance that covers that? So that's kind of an emergency fund. But is everything covered in that? Because most insurances are not. Will they give you a courtesy car until you can get a new one? Is that in your insurance? Do you have the money? If not, because to have all those added on extras for us are just too expensive. So would we need money? Yes, we would. We'd need to hire a car until we got a car, because we're a one-car family. Would we need to pay anything up front with our insurance? Yes, we would. We would need to pay for something. Are we covered entirely? No, we've got what's called an excess, and it's a certain amount on the bill. So do you have the money set aside that if something went wrong, terribly wrong with your car, that you could either have it repaired, or could you replace it, or could you meet the insurance needs, the percentage that you have to pay? There's something that you need an emergency fund for, because in a modern world, we all need transport. The next one we all absolutely need to be prepared for is either drop in income, loss of income, or loss of job. And loss of income, we all know at the moment, is coming from increases in prices. So your income isn't as great as it once was. And it would be tempting at this moment in time to not put money aside, to not save money and not put money into an emergency fund. But it is exactly what we need. I'm going to give you an example. Our water is heated in a 300 litre tank. and it is heated overnight. And we went away for a week and we've come back and it is leaking